Okay, so it's me, and I am here to update everybody. I am in New Jersey. Um, Took a deviation from out west where we've been hanging out to come to New Jersey. I have just finished a 4-day grief therapy workshop that gives me certification to help other people with their grief. So I wanted to update you guys on what I'm doing, where I'm going, and this is the next step in my career, calling, whatever you want to call it. So I have spent the first 2 days of the 4 days working on my grief and the steps to help me with the loss I have of my daughter and my other things in my life, like 2 previous divorces and other things that have gone on in my life. So it's designed to help you with grief, whether it's divorce, loss of a loved one, or some other kind of thing that's effective to your life. And then the last 2 days have been how to teach it with this in this book, so I can help other people with their grief. It has been absolutely amazing to have tools that I can actually use, actionable tools, homework to move along in grief, get unstuck, if you will. That's the common phrase. Versus therapy where you talk and talk and talk and you really don't get any kind of satisfaction out of it. So yeah, I'm excited to go and help other people now through this. So some of you may not know who the heck I am. My name is Bill, and 5 years ago, almost next week will be 5 years. Or is it this week? This week, yeah. It'll be 5 years since my daughter passed away. Caitlin, she had leukemia and had fought it 2 times. And in March 17th of 2017, when she was 24, she passed away. I'm not going to go into more details of that now, just to give you an idea about me. I'm a guy that's been through the loss of my child, been through 2 divorces, had a long relationship that ended ugly. I'm in my 3rd marriage, which is an absolutely amazing marriage. My wife, Dawn, if she's going to see this, you may come to see her at some point. But it's taken me a while to get through that. And so recently, I've been traveling in a bus, exploring the United States with my wife. It's a converted shuttle bus turned into a camper. So I went to the desert and found myself. It's kind of my little thing right now. I had this book with me for a while, took it with me in the desert, and when I found some time out there, I read this. I'd seen it before, but kind of put it on a shelf, and I knew this existed. I knew this training existed, but I hadn't sat down to do it. So I did this book. Wow. Bam. The book by itself, if you aren't somebody who wants to do group or one-on-one with a person, that's fine. You can get through it in this book, but doing it with an instructor in either one-on-one or a group is absolutely amazing. It gives you tools to get to your grief versus talk. That doesn't lead anywhere. It is evidence-based. So when I say it's evidence-based, Kent State University has researched it, and they can show there is benefit of doing this. It is also not faith-based, so nobody's excluded from this. If you have faith that's gotten you through something, that's fine. We just don't keep it in this discussion of using the tools for grief recovery. And it's actual steps. It's an 8-session program to get you through it. You have homework after each one, reading material, things you're going to do that are going to help unstuck you from where you are in grief. Not that grief is a normal, natural reaction in life, but some people get hung up and they need help moving forward. And this is here to help people. So I finished my certification, so now I can do one-on-one or group sessions for grief recovery in person. A couple more sessions, I'm going to be able to do it online, and I'm also going to be able to do a couple other areas. Grief recovery for pet loss. Many people who lose a pet, it's like losing a human. an actual person in their life. They're deeply affected by it. So I will be delving into this later to help people who are affected by that kind of loss. Children. Now, I can't work with children directly, but this is a guide where I can teach adults who work with children how to help deal with death, divorce, pet loss, moving, other losses that affect children. Powerful thing. I just kind of scratched the surface in the training with it so far. I'll go into this more later, but this is will allow adults who have children in their care, whether it be a parent, a caregiver, a teacher, or whatever, to give them tools, because grief is such a thing that we are totally unprepared and have no tools to properly deal with grief. This system really is amazing in giving people how to deal with it. I'm going to go into more details of things and make more videos about grief and tools. And the other part is moving on. Dump your relationship baggage and make room for the love of your life. There are bunches and bunches of people who get stuck after a relationship and they don't know what the heck to do. This, once I get some more training, will be something I'll be helping people with as well. So this is kind of like a calling. I knew once my daughter passed and I had gone through some things, people helped me, the things that were going on with my daughter during her cancer. I knew I needed to be in position to help other people. It's taken me 5 years to figure out how to put all these pieces together, but I'm really excited. I know this can change people's lives and help them move forward and deal with their grief. But again, I don't want to give a stigma to grief. Grief is an actual normal reaction to life circumstances, but some people get stuck and they need help. And I've got the tools to give a hand to teach them the tools to move forward. Now, I may be reaching out to some people. I'm going to offer this to friends, family. I'm going to be needing some people to go through my first group, my pilot group, so I can work out the kinks of this as far as teaching myself. I mean, I've gone through it, but it's kind of like when you are a teacher, you have to do a student teaching kind of thing. You're still teaching, but it's like you're working on your verbiage or whatever. So I may ask a few of you to participate with me so I can help you and you can give me feedback on how this works and what I need to do. But this has been an absolutely amazing thing for dealing with grief and giving me communication tools, even outside of grief, some things that are going to help me communicate better with people. Hopefully I can teach other people how to communicate with things besides grief and open up some things in our heads that we've really been stuck on. The things we've been taught, we've learned about how to deal with grief are just horrible. Don't cry. Sad is bad. Time heals everything. Grieve by yourself. These are things that are just absolutely really horrible tools that we've, through generations, just passed down to people because we just aren't equipped to learn how to deal with grief. Even though everybody goes through grief in their life. You may not have lost somebody important to you yet, but I guarantee you've got stuff in your life that caused you grief and baggage. So I'm going to kind of roll through this, cut it short from here. Maybe it's long. I don't know. What the heck. But anyway, I wanted to update everybody where I'm at and let you know. So I'm going to be releasing a website in Instagram and a Facebook, thegrievingdad.com. So you'll be able to find my page. That'll be under construction, but a Facebook page and an Instagram will be up. Maybe even TikTok will be going soon, but it's thegrievingdad.com, and I am a certified grief specialist. I can help people now with coping with loss. So I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I'm going to remind people, you don't always have tomorrow with somebody. So if there's something you need to say to people, say it now before it gets to that point where you can't. And again, I appreciate and love everybody. This has been a real eye-opener, and I'm looking forward to sharing with as many people as I can. Thank you all, and I'll talk to you later.